Hello, my dear students. Myself, Dr. Sanjay Chabda, Professor, Faculty of Law and Governance, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University. So, this session is related to BCom LLB 6th semester, Unit 2, Session number 3. And the name of session is Evaluation of Goodwill. Here we will discuss about what is goodwill, what is the need for evaluation of goodwill, and what are the factors affecting goodwill. So, my dear students, I hope you know what is goodwill. Goodwill is an intangible asset. Intangible asset means assets which one cannot touch, one cannot see, but only one can feel. Goodwill is, we can say, reputation of the firm. Goodwill is earned by ancestors. It is not by yes now itself. When we say goodwill, there is a lack of gap of time. So, select example, goodwill earned by our ancestors, and now we are enjoying that goodwill because of their good name, their good reputation, and it is our duty to maintain that goodwill. Goodwill is an attractive force which attracts more and more customers to come to your shop or to your business house. And when more and more person will come to your business house, chances of more and more profits will be there. That is why we used to say goodwill is an asset. Goodwill, when we say, it may be like I said, earned by ancestors. Goodwill may be self-generated also. But question is, when it is intangible asset, then what is the need for valuing of goodwill, and what are the factors that affect goodwill? Goodwill is purely based on, as I said, reputation of the seller, businessman. Goodwill is earned by behavior, by quality, by service of the trader. It attracts customers to visit to his business house. Anyway, this is what we have already read in our class 11, 12, or maybe in degree first year or second year about what is goodwill. Now, here we will read what is need for evaluation of goodwill. Necessary to value goodwill arises. So, in case of individual business, goodwill is valued for estate duty or death duty, that is duty after the death of a person. In case of sole trading business, it is necessary to value goodwill at the time of selling business from one to another to decide or to calculate purchase consideration. In case of partnership, it is necessary to value goodwill during admission of a new partner, or retirement of an existing partner, or death of a continuing partner, or amalgamation on or when there is change in profit sharing ratio amongst the partners, there is necessity for valuation of goodwill. In case of company business, there is necessity for valuation of goodwill when two or more than two firms goes into amalgamation to calculate value of their share. when a company absorbs another company, when one company wants to acquire controlling interest in another company, or when government takes over the business. So in all these cases, necessity or valuation of goodwill arises. Now again, we'll read in brief. So like in case of sole proprietor, if the firm sells to another person, if the firm sells to another person, there is need for valuation of goodwill, because he has started business for rupees 50,000. Now after 10 years or 15 years, if he will have to sell it to another person, the firm was running in profit, he will not sell at 50,000. He will say, okay, you pay me my 50,000 capital plus you pay me extra. That extra is for his goodwill. And as we discussed that in case of partnership, when a new partner will be admitted, he will be admitted. First thing to why he is admitting in that business, because he is attracted with the profit of that firm. So when a new partner is admitted, he is asked to bring capital plus goodwill. Capital belongs to him, but that goodwill will go to the old partners in their sacrificing ratio. Now in case of retirement of a partner, when a partner retires from the firm, simply he will not go with his capital, but he will ask existing partner to pay him goodwill, and that goodwill continuing partners will pay in their gaining ratio. That almost same like retirement. And in case of company, as we discussed, that in case of amalgamation of two or more than two firms, in case of absorption, in case of takeover of the business, or when one company acquires control over another company, and when government will take over the business, there is some need for valuation of goodwill. Now we will discuss about what are the factors which are affecting goodwill. There are 10 factors that affects goodwill. So my dear students, first you note down the 10 points. First factor is location. Location. Number 2 factor is time. Second factor is time. Third factor is nature of business. Nature of business. Fourth factor is capital required. Fourth factor, capital required. Fifth factor is owner's reputation. Owner's reputation. Sixth factor is market situation. Market situation. Seventh factor is the trend of profit. The trend of profit. Eighth factor is the efficiency of management. Efficiency of management. Ninth factor is special advantage. Ninth factor is special advantage. And last, number 10 is other factors. Now these 10 factors just we'll discuss in brief. Now the factors affecting goodwill. First factor is the location. If the firm is located in the primary market, if the firm is located in the main market, main crowded market, where customers can come easily, where the approach of customer is direct, easy approach to the customers. So in such places, the value of business will always be more. That is their goodwill. That is based on the location. Number 2, time. Time factor also affects goodwill. If a firm is there, if a company or if any organization is there from long time, it means more and more customer knows that firm. It means that firm is known to each and everyone. So when a firm is known to each and everyone, because it is an old firm, it means the firm has goodwill. Then next factor is nature of business. What nature of goods you are selling, risk involvement, whether it is a monopolistic nature of business, there is always benefits of patents, trademarks and copyrights, and if there is an easy access to raw materials. That is the nature of business. So if you are producing quality of goods, demand product, risk involvement is minimum there, monopolistic nature of market, benefits of your patents and trademark, that nature of business also affects goodwill. Then number 4, capital required. It is always said that high profit with minimum investment, high yield return by making minimum investment, minimum capital. If a firm is enjoying more profit by investing less capital, that firm has goodwill. Then number 5, owner's reputation, owner's behavior, owner's service, owner's how he himself presents before the customers, and even the nature of owner's behavior also attracts more and more customers. Then number 6, market situation. Under market situation, if the situation of market, if the condition of market is monopoly competition, a monopolistic business, or very limited competition, that situation of market affects your goodwill, that will give more goodwill. Then 7th is the trend of profit. From last so many years, if the firm is running in profit, that is the trend, that every year the firm is earning more and more profit. Every year the trend of profit is going an upward trend. It means the firm has goodwill. Clear? Then number 8, that is the efficiency of management. Business always depends on the efficiency of management. It is role of management to take their business to sky high. It is role of the business to yield profit. It is role of the business management to yield profit by their efficiency, by using their knowledge, by using their skills. So efficiency is very important. Then number 9, special advantages. Some businesses involve some special advantages like import license, patents, trademarks, copyrights, then regular supply of electricity at low rate, and then special subsidy from the government. So like if the business is situated in a special economic zone. So if the business has these special advantages, it means the business has goodwill. And then last, other factors. Besides these 9 factors, some other factors are also there which affects goodwill, like number 1, the condition of money market. See, money circulation is very important. If the condition of money market is very tight, if the economy is very less, if people they don't want to invest, business will suffer. So condition of money market again is very important factor. Then possibility of competition. Gradually attracted with your profit, attracted with your business, some more businessmen will come into your locality, into your area. So there is possibility, chances of competition is there. But even then, in that competitive market, how you will take care of your business is also very important factor. Then, time to time, government they used to change their policy. Sometimes the policies are favorable to the business. Sometimes policies are not as favorable to the business. So your government policies is also one of the factor. And then very important, peace and security in the country. If the country is in peace, if the country is in harmony, if the people they are living happily, if people or business think themselves they are in security, they are secured, business will prosper, business will grow. But if there is always sort of danger in the mind, if there is no peace in the country, if there is no harmony in the country, that will affect goodwill. So Students says, you know, country, those who are having more terrorisms, more insecurities, always explosion of bombs or wars threat, that countries doesn't enjoy goodwill. Business on that countries will not flourish as much as the business flourishes in the country where peace and security is there. This is what we read, what is goodwill, what is the need for valuation of goodwill, and what are the factors affecting goodwill. In next session, we will read methods of valuation of goodwill. This subject is functional accounting, as I said, for BCom and LB6 semester, Unit 2, Session 3.